Today I want to show you how you can create this amazing little product concept. It's a lot of fun, it's very simple, every beginner can follow. So we can create this beautiful buttons, we can add here a step transition with beautiful smooth surfaces. So really fun, very simple, and just a very quick announcement for you who want to learn even more. Right now I have a flash sale, just 3 days in honor of the Labor Day, and I have most of my bundles here over 70% in sale. You can save over $400, 50%. Also the car modeling course. So check out first link in the description box if you really want to learn 3D modeling in Plasticity and make the full journey from beginner to pro. Everything absolutely step by step. Just also you can click here on reviews on the website and you can check out here lot of positive good reviews and much more important, amazing student results. Look what amazing renders they are creating, because I teach in the courses how to model very clean with amazing techniques. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to learn more how to model complex objects and learn everything about plasticity, right now is the perfect moment. Again, it's a flash sale, ends in 3 days. So right now when I'm recording this video, and now let's dive into this tutorial. So link in the description, also the reference image. So let's create a new file, and here bottom left you see the keystrokes. So very simple. First of all, we need this basic rectangular shape, and we can do this by selecting the cube and delete it. I know we can also use the cube, but I just like to work with curves. So go here to the corner rectangle, go to the top view and snap it to the middle, drag it out, press C so you go in all directions. And now again, it's just the eyeballing because the technique will be always the same. So I think something like that is fine. Maybe scale this a little bit. Perfect. So now let's give directly our fillets here. So select the curve with edge mode and press B for billet for fillet. And let's just drag that out. Press also 1 so you see the point, so you just see a little bit better how big the fillet is. And again, just very eyeballing here, something like that. And to create it even more smooth than our reference image, but here is as you like it. So something like that. Right click. And now Shift D while the curve is selected. Shift D to duplicate, and let's bring it a little bit up and give it here a nice big distance, because we will, because of that little surface transition here with the step, this part will be a little bit thinner. But again, it's fine here. So something like that. And now we have to create our surface here out of this curve. So while this curve is selected, you can press while it's selected, press F and search for patch. This way we close and create here a surface. Okay. And let's hide for now this curve. And now very simple. We just want, because here you also see a line. So we just want to cut also here where we have the fillet. You see the surface is already split, the edge. So we can just go to 3 face mode, select this face. And there's a really cool command. It's called isoparam. So select the face, press F, search for isoparam. This one here, I have it on Control R. And now you see you have this line. If it's the wrong way, just press Tab. And now just snap here to the fillet. And this way we split the surface into 2 faces. And also we need one more isoparam, because here at the top right, you see we still have the original flat surface. So select this face again, isoparam. I have it on Control R and press Tab. And now it's just eyeballing, but I will set it somewhere here. And now we have to delete this face so select the face with 3, Shift X to delete it, because now we have to rebuild our own little surface. And very simple, we will just create a line and snap to this corner, and now go to the front view. So you look from the front, And now we have to create the line, but the line has to be the same length as here our most outer edge. So go to this point, don't click, just hover over that and press Shift. So you get this construction line. And now you can decide how much of an angle you want to give it. So again, that's fine here, and right click. So you have this kind of situation. And maybe if you want to adjust it, press 1, select this point and press G and just go up or down. Don't go right or left. And maybe I just want to do it something this way. Okay. And now we have to extend this curve and create a surface along this line. So select this line, Shift D to duplicate. So you have the curve, because now you can take this curve, and if you press F and sweep, and you are now in the sweep command, and just select this line and you have this edge. Yes, you could also extrude this, but sometimes you have like a curvature or something on the curve. So I just wanted to show you the sweep command. It's super important. So something like that is okay. And now obviously we have to cut again a little bit away, because we need here some space for our beautiful surface transition. So select this face and Control R or isoparam command again, press Tab, and again I'm just eyeballing here, so something like that. Again, delete this face here, Shift X, and perfect. So let me just hide those curves, don't delete them, hide them, so it's not confusing. And now we want to connect everything. But first of all, if you press Tab or here in object mode, you see those two faces, they are not connected. So select them both, press J to join them, and press 2. And now just select this edge and loft. And you can give here G1, G2, whatever, how you feel today, but G1 is fine here. And shift click this edge. So we are snapping towards it, but obviously this is a G0. Again, if you want to learn more about G1, G2, G0, when to use what, check out my hundreds plasticity surface modeling courses, or just invest in a course and you get everything completely step by step explained, and how you use it, when, in what circumstances. So as you wish. And right click, and you see we have basically here our beautiful transition here. And now we want to close it, and we want to give it here a nice rounding as well. And this is very simple. So go or select an edge mode, this curve, go to the top view. And while the curve is selected, you see you can just press C for cut, and just select here our face here, right click, and this way press right click somewhere and go to object mode and just select this piece, X deleted. And you see everything is in form, and perfect. So now let's close everything, and there are some important things to keep in mind. Again, select this curve here and press patch. So press F and search for patch. I have it on Shift 3, and select the curve and hide it. So we just work with edges. And now let's first edge mode, press 2 edge modes, and let's go here. Don't select those edges first here. So let's just select the same edges that are, exactly the same. So this one with shift click, this, and here, and here, and here, and here, and this fillet and this fillet. Because here it's already different. So something like that, and press L to loft. And now it looks super weird. So press tap. So it's G0, so it's just straight. And we get this nice sandwich connection here. If you found that funny, haha, leave me a like, But anyway, so we have like that. Okay. And now the issue is, so sometimes works, sometimes not. If you want now, do the same here. So if you select those edges and loft them, and so here you see does not work. And even G0, and it looks a little bit funky. Why? Because here at the bottom, we have 2 long edges, but here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to break it down so it's the same amount of edges. So we have to add here an edge, and here an edge, so it just matches up with the top guys here. So again, select face mode, select the bottom face, and again, Control R, isoparam. You remember, we can break up faces. So Control R, isoparam. If you don't see anything, press tab, and this way it works. And again, select it, Control R, isoparam, press tab, and like that. Perfect, but now it will work. So again, press 2, edge mode, and just select all of those edges here. And press L, and press tab, and it's still not working. And if this is not working, then you just have to do it one by one. So let's just select with here and press L and tap G0, and now you see it works. Let's close this guy, tap. You can here give G1 or G0, it doesn't matter. And let's close here those. They should work with G0 and shift. And just always make sure that you add the bound, so all edges, so also those here on the sides. So it's 100% connected, and perfect. And now if you have, so we will in a second create here our nice buttons, but let's first object mode and select all surfaces and press J to join. And now you have a solid. Perfect. So before I add here my little buttons, I just want to add here this nice little chamfer. So yeah, if you will render that, it will just give you this nice highlight. And for that, we want to first select in edge mode this edge. So select it, and yeah, sometimes it's a little bit buggy. So try to find a point where it works, or try here G2. And in this example, it works perfectly fine. And we just want to give it a very little fillets or something like that, right? So we just yeah, give here a nice highlight. And now again, select edge mode, select this face here, edge. And now with shift click, so it's very slow, you can give it here a nice, beautiful chamfer. And you see it goes everywhere around. And in this mode, you see, bam. Oh, I love chamfers and fillets. So especially chamfers just gives this hard surface look, right? Nice. Awesome. So let's add those four buttons here. And you see they have like this perfect rounding. It's actually very simple. So what you want to do is you want to create a 3-point circle. So just go here where the center circle is and just select the 3-point circle, and just very important, just make sure it snaps on the face. So create 1 point, 2nd point. So don't snap anywhere. So make sure all of those 3 points are snapped on the face, because then the circle is also on the face. So press, go to the top view, press SS to make it a little bit smaller. And in top view with G, let's just bring it into the correct position. So something like that. Again, it's just eyeballing here, guys. So select, and let's create 4 of them. So the curve is selected, or the circle. Go here to rectangular array and select 4 if it's not already selected. So something like that, right click. And now just very important, while they are 4 selected, again, go to the front view, and you see they are below the surface. So just to not run into any issues, it's just better if all of them are selected, you're in front row, you press G, and you just bring them a little bit outwards, right? So it's just, so also you see now it's everything blue. And now what we want to do is we want to imprint them. So while they are selected, you search for F. So you press F and you search for imprint. And then you just select this main body, right click, and you can hide your curves here or your circles, and you have those imprinted circles. And now face mode, and now just remove them or select them first and shift X. And now we have this, for holes. And now to create this perfect, button shape here, it's actually very simple. It's a nice, cool little trick. We have to create a line in the middle, but so we don't have to guess where this line always will be. So because if you create now a line, you see you can't snap here to the middle, and it will be hard to get always the exact same point on all of those 4. So what we can do is press 3 face mode, select this face, and just again, maybe you guessed it, Control R or isoparam, and we can again along this whole line, we can just split it. And so right now it's just eyeball, but somewhere here in the middle. And you see this looks already much better, and it's also now much easier to connect this. So press line and just snap from end to end point, right click, and again Shift A, create a new line, and do the same here everywhere. So always confirm, just make sure that's everything correct. And now select them again, all 4 of them, with shift click in edge mode, and now Shift S to subdivide or raise degree or add here just another point. And again go to the front view while those points are selected, and with G you can now just bring them a little bit down. So you have to see what gives you the best result, so how deep you want to go. Okay, and now the magic trick, press 2, select with alt click, so shift alt select, so that you just select the loops here, and patch it. So again press F and search for patch. I have it on Shift 3 as a shortcut, and now shift click, bam, and you see you have this perfect thing here. Again edge mode, shift with alt and patch it, and shift, and do it everywhere, and delete the curves or hide them as you want. And now this looks absolutely amazing. Again, just a very quick reminder, the flash sale, if you like how I teach and if you want to learn how to model much more complex, amazing professional products like a car, industrial design, helmets, motorcycles, iPhones, sci-fi design, right now I have like a massive flash sale. You can check out all of the results and what of the students say, because of course I can say a lot, and you can find here your key transformation, what you will get exactly after my courses, also an FAQ. So check that out if you want. Otherwise, just leave me a like and subscribe, and I hope I can see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.